Hi guys, so today I'm going to focus on gray hair removal. Over the years I have gotten some gray hairs, and I tend to, as I'm approaching 40, I tend to get it like in these areas here, these areas here. It's not the traditional like down the part line that a lot of people get, but with brown hair it's obviously a little bit more noticeable than blonde. So it's starting to drive me nuts. So instead of going to the girl that charges me $60 or $100, I have been doing it on my own with this beautiful product called Root Touch Up. It's easy, cheap. It's like $6 at Target to get this. The one thing I would say is that make sure you match it with the right color. I always kind of go with the darker color. This is dark brown, and my hair is probably medium brown. But for what you're doing, you're just getting such a small amount. It's not a big deal that you don't get exactly the match, but I would try your hardest to get the best match. So what I like to do is focus on the areas, obviously, that are driving me nuts. Especially, I put my hair up today so you could see. Just, I'm starting to get it here, especially, like, you know, I'll notice while I'm driving. I'll see these little bastards come up a little bit here and here. So I think, you know, if I ever get some in the back, then you'd probably have to enlist in someone to help you. But with just little tiny touch-ups like this, it's so easy to do for $5 or $6, and it, you know, it works wonderfully. It lasts for about 5 or 6 weeks for $6 versus going somewhere where you have to spend $100. So anyway, it comes in a couple products that I'll show you that are pretty easy. It's two things. So it's this touch-up one part versus this other part, the activating lotion. I mean, it's so self-explanatory. Literally, you don't even have to read it. You just get these two products out, dump them in this little petri dish-like thing, and you have a brush. And that's it. This brush is awesome because it does have this part to it. I did bring this gray. I always like this gray brush that goes with it that I use on my daughter's hair for braiding her hair because it has this pokey thing. And it just kind of helps me get kind of separates the hair and helps me find the gray too. And then it comes in this little, you know, like packety thing that has gloves. So of course you don't hurt yourself and get crap all over yourself. Really, seriously, what I do is I just put everything on my counter because it's not gonna get messy like if you were doing a full-on application. If you were doing a full-on application, I mean, I would be wearing different clothes because look I'm wearing white. I would probably be wearing a towel. But with this, it's just literally, you can just put it on your counter. So put the gloves on. It's always nice to have, like I said, a brush, some sort of hair tie or something to kind of separate your hair. So I have these little handy dandy little things that separate your hair so you can get, you know, to all the angles and parts. And then it's just a matter of, I mean, these gloves are kind of big too. I mean, because of what I used to do for a living, I stole a box of gloves from work, and so I have some extra gloves, but I'm going to show you with just the regular gloves. These things are a little bit big for me, but it's okay, it'll work. So you just take, what I do is I take the liquid, pour it into the little petri dish, take the tube, pierce it, like that, squeeze that into the petri dish, and then all you're going to do farther is take your little goo and give it a little mixture. I mean, this is where you might get some spillage, so you have to be careful, but eventually it gets pretty thick in consistency. If you look, so it's getting pretty thick there. And then what I do is I just kind of very carefully take it And then what I do is I just take a tiny bit, and then all you're going to do is start taking either the back of that brush, that's really nice, or you take some sort of brush that you can kind of, or comb I should say, and move it out of the way. And then all you're going to do is just start painting on the little gray, little nastiness. And it just kind of helps separate. So you're not taking a lot. You're not really, there's no goop whatsoever. You're just kind of separating the hairs, finding, I of course do kind of like a little bit of a run through to see where my gray is that I am just really upset about. And then all you do is you just paint it on. I mean, literally, you want to be in a mirror, of course. But you just paint it on. Find the areas that are bugging you. And then it just gets painted on. There's no drip whatsoever. This is why I'm wearing white. I mean, I would probably not say wear white your first time, just in case. But see, look at what I'm doing. All I'm doing is getting the areas that are gray. Now, that's why I would say, you have to be careful with color matching it to the right color, because you're, especially around here, towards the face, if you don't get the right color, that can be a little bit of an issue. But you just, look at how easy that is. Separate. Sorry, for some reason this stuff makes me itch. It's like whenever I have newspaper, and I'm reading the newspaper, I get the itches too, it must be. So you just kind of separate. It's so easy. And why would you pay someone $60 or $100, or more maybe, to get this done when you can do it yourself? Now granted, if I had like a huge amount, but why would you let yourself get to that point where you need a huge amount? So just separate it. And look at that. That's all I'm doing. That's why it's so easy to do yourself. I used to do it on my neighbor because she seemed to think that, she needed help. And granted, her hair was darker, so you'd be a little bit more careful maybe, but it's a piece of cake. You just isolate where it is, where you're getting it. See? Look what I'm doing. I'm literally like just painting it on. I seem to get quite a bit as I go back too. There's always some little flyaways. What's nice about my hair color is how dark it is, so you can, it's pretty easy to spot them. But if you had blonde hair, you'd probably have to kind of do a little bit more investigating with your gray. But, look at that. And I'm not getting anything on my shirt. That's a sticker. On the back, that's not. It's just part of the shirt. So I seem to get like a huge amount, like right in here. It's so ridiculous. I'm sitting at the light in the car, and I'll be like looking in the rearview mirror, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? It's called getting close to 40, is what it is. So, I'm lucky at this point in my life. Give me 5 years and I'm sure it will be like all freaking over my head. But right now, let's see that little stray one. It seems to just be towards my face. And for some reason, a huge amount right here. So, I have to say, if I do this every 4 or 5 weeks, I get rid of them. I don't need to do any touch-up. It's great. And then what I do is I just kind of take my hair and look one more time closely in the mirror to see if there's anything I'm missing. And then this is where you can either put your hair back up with the pony or just slick it back. I obviously got a little bit on my face there. But what's great is if you get, dab it with toilet paper pretty quickly and water, then you're good to go. And you don't get any on your face. If you wait a while, see like right there, then you can probably get a little bit. But then what I do is I just take it all, put it in a pony or some sort of clip, and then you wait 15 minutes and then voila, you get in the shower and the grays are gone. Those little bastards are gone. So anyway, I would highly recommend it. This product is Clairol Root Touch-Up. I mean, I haven't seen any other brand, but I'm sure there's other brands depending on where you go. But it's so easy. It's like a no-brainer in my opinion. So give it a try. Take it, because the rest of my hair. So just kind of, do that. But seriously, give it a try and see what you think. But this is pretty awesome. So I'll show you what it looks like afterwards, and you can't even tell. Okay, thanks guys.